fantastic ideas, and obviously a lot of talent in this town, and that's why it makes it easy when I do my job to go and find leaders, not just in Brisbane, but also attract people from overseas to come and work with our talent here. However, having said that, when I talk to leaders, which I do on a regular basis in any country in the world, there are two things they want to know. When I come to Brisbane, firstly, what will the lifestyle be like? We hear about this fabulous city of sunshine and sport, and is all that real? And I can confirm that it is. And then they want to know, is there an adequate talent pool in Brisbane for them to draw on to make them successful in the work they need to do? And yes, I can confirm that we do have that. However, there's a shift happening, and we all know it, worldwide, economically, socially, there's a shift happening. We see people thinking shifting, and I hope it's starting to happen here, where instead of thinking of the economy as an economy of scarcity, where we've got limited resources, unlimited needs, and we've got to make decisions as to how we allocate those resources. Now we're moving to an economy of abundance. And if you think about it in a broad sense, you can see it worldwide. There is enormous wealth. There is enough food, I believe. There might be other things to change. There is happiness, but it sits in pockets, and we need to redistribute. It becomes a problem of redistribution. So if we can shift our thinking to look at the economy as an economy of abundance with a great opportunity to redistribute, what does it mean for us with talent? So I deal with some people who have terrific skills, and now they come to me and they say, Liz, I've been made redundant. Where do I go next? You know, I'm at the top of the tree in my profession. It's a dire situation, and I've seen, I don't know how many hundreds of very talented people at the top of their career over the last year asking me that question. And if I could have solved that, I would have been so happy to contribute in that way. But my advice for them is, let's look at the transferable skills. And with thinking that through, I started seeing an opportunity for Brisbane to become a centre of skills, and to do this much better than anyone has ever done. Let's start looking at what we can do with these wonderful people that are tens of thousands being made redundant, that have terrific skills. And let's move our employers and employees thinking to seeing that transferability of their skills base. So how about we start driving the establishment of an international standard that helps us to classify transferable skills. So we have ISO 2005 that says the transferable skill looks like this in leadership, it looks like this in public administration, it looks like that in stakeholder engagement, community engagement, whatever you think we need. And we know these skills are transferable, but people are very narrow in their thinking. So I think Brisbane's got the opportunity to drive an international standard for the recognition of transferable skills. So what will that mean for our city? It will mean as an employee living in Brisbane, you'll feel so much more comfortable, because it doesn't matter if I get made redundant in my role, because I've got a certificate that says I've got internationally recognised transferable skills that I can take from mining to health to hospitality to whatever. And if I have a skills gap, guess what? We've got a training centre here that uses things like some of the mining sector is using now, where they use assimilation and they use simulation to sort of take you into a real situation and say, if you're in this situation and you have all these crisis environments thrown at you, how can you react? And you can try that, and you can learn your skills in a safe environment in a room rather than being out there in the field. Our health sector is using it already to teach people very specialist health skills. You know, you can operate, you can have a team of internists, for example, working on a virtual body and see how it all reacts in real time. Isn't that fantastic? Rather than having to have someone's life in your hands and you've got to have a practice go. I'd be a bit worried about that one personally. So, Brisbane becomes that talent hub for the world, and people can sit in New York and London and say, I want to go to Brisbane because I know my skills are recognised there. I know if I bring my business to Brisbane and establish it, I can find people that have got those recognised skills, and I can employ them, I can bring them online. I'm not saying it will all be easy, because we're going to probably have to face a few things here. We're going to have to stop asking government to do it for us. And as private sector, as not-for-profit, we're going to have to step up to it and say, let's do it together. Let's put some money on the table, let's put the effort in and let's do it. Because this is just an opportunity too good to pass up on. So that's what we need to do. It might also mean that we need to get away from being overly expensive. You know, I talk to candidates now when they come and they say, oh, but Liz, your cost of living. Maybe, and Karen and I had a discussion about that recently, maybe it's more our cost of lifestyle. The choices we make, the things we expect to have. How about we share that around a bit more? We are really quite wealthy. We can afford to spread that around a bit more broadly. So let's sacrifice a few salary increases for a few years. Let's build the skills base. Let's share it around. Let's share the happiness a bit more. It'll be a good way to go. It'll make us far more attractive to come and live in as a city. It'll make us flexible. It'll make us recession-proof. It'll make us a city with an international reputation for being smart. That is such a great opportunity to grab here and now. So, the few things we'll have to do, we'll need to do some work. We'll have to work on establishing that international standard that we can use to recognise and certify people's transferable skills. So that's the first thing. We'll have to look at how we're going to fund this. So we'll need all our best brains together from all sectors to work on that one. We'll have to use things like the simulated learning. We'll have to use MOOCs, it's a new term to me. Massive open online courses, Carolyn, you probably know more about that, so we can help people learn. And what will we end up with? We'll have all the skills base here. We won't have to export our people, but we can export our skills. So someone in China can say, I need supervision, I need supply chain skills. I don't have to send someone over there to go and do the job. I just, let them tap in virtually into their skills base. So much easier, so much more exciting, so much more demanding of us to step up and do it, but I think it's just a wonderful opportunity. So if we can get our heads around that and make it work, become this city that's first driven and established an international standard for transferable skills recognition. We can all have a certificate, next to our certificate of happiness, certificate of transferable skills that can be recognised anywhere in the world because it's an ISO standard. We can have people that come here to have their skills recognised. We can have businesses coming to get recognised employees. And we can create an economy of abundance for opportunities in education, for skills recognition, for obtaining those skills as an employer. And so I'd like to throw out a bit of a challenge as well, to add to the trumpet and the music challenges and the futuristic and the happiness challenges. I'd like us to put our collective thinking and intellect to work here, to investigate and perhaps have a task force leading how we can get it underway. And let's create a talent hub that will be internationally recognised. Brisbane, the city of skills. Thank you.